It's an important week. Schools across the metro and state are preparing for thousands of students to return to 100% in-person learning. And that's because a mandate requiring districts to offer this option that goes into effect today. Well, Local 5's Khalil Maycock spoke to a mother about choosing this option for her children. So you join us now, Khalil, with her story. Good morning.
And good morning. The mother I spoke to says she chose this option to give her kids a sense of normalcy. And her two children are part of more than 20,000 students who will be heading into the DMPS schools this week for this learning option.
So they have been in hybrid, and before that they were virtual.
And now Catherine Gamble's two children will be attending school 100% in person.
They are really excited.
Gamble says choosing 100% in person wasn't too difficult because her children were previously in hybrid learning. She also says she's not too concerned with someone in her household catching the virus with the children going back full time. That's because she's been vaccinated and her husband has antibodies. However, Gamble says she is concerned for school employees.
My biggest concern is really the feelings of the teachers and the staff at the schools that, are going to have all these kids come back and may feel like they, don't have the same choice that we as parents have between sending our kids back and staying at home online.
And for students going back 100% in person, the total is a little over 20,000, while students 100% online is a little over 11,000.
We're going to see typically 20 students in an elementary classroom, probably 25 or more in some high school classrooms. And at that point, they're just simply not the square footage to allow for social distancing.
And Phil Rader with DMPS says since social distancing will be hard, they will increase cleaning and have more hand sanitizers available at all schools. And Gamble says even though staying socially distanced will be hard, she plans on telling her children this daily.
You've got to wear a mask. You've got to try the best that you can to socially distance, and you got to keep washing your hands because this isn't life as normal. This is, we get to go back to school, but we have to do our best to make sure that we can stay there.
And DMPS says masks must be worn at all times. And if parents decide they want to switch their children from one learning option to the next, there is a possibility to make this happen. It just depends on your school and if there is space for that switch.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing this, Khalil. Of course, Sabrina, things are looking